Election day is just 2 weeks away, and with some major races at the top of the ticket, it's easy to ignore those down ballot questions. But there are some important issues on the ballot you need to know about.
Here in Noonan, people are still recovering after a tornado blew through this area more than a year and a half ago. Neighbors along this street tell me despite the devastation, they kept receiving property tax bills, even though they didn't have a home that they could live in. People in Noonan will never forget. An EF4 tornado packed winds of up to 170 miles an hour.
It did damage all the way down to the high school, but right here is where it measured 171-mile-an-hour winds. It was like right here on our street and like coming right through there. And so, yeah, that was a tree, that was a tree. There's stump, tree stump, tree stump, tree stump, tree stump. These are all trees around our house. And now it's all gone. And
in the days and months to follow, the city and its people had the tall task of rebuilding, an effort that continues to this day.
Honestly, like when you are trying to manage living outside of your house and traveling to work from a further distance away and all these things, there are so many things that pile up that you don't realize.
But even those who had their homes flattened still had to pay property tax on those homes. Now, a statewide referendum on your ballot could change that. Noonan City Manager Cletus Phillips says the city looked for ways to waive the property taxes.
The way the statute was written, that we couldn't give any type of credit or exemption to just people in a certain portion of the city, that tornado path, without each individual property owner having to go to the tax assessor and file an appeal, which is a lot of work and a lot of responsibility that you're asking a homeowner to do who's trying to recover from devastation.
In response, Georgia State Representative Lynn Smith proposed an amendment to the state's constitution, which would give local governments the option to grant tax relief for properties damaged by storms and natural disasters. It passed unanimously and now goes to you, the voter.
It's not going to help the citizens in Noonan that were in that storm. It's too late for that. But for the next community, and I don't, you never think it's going to happen to your community, but it is going to happen. It's all that tool in our tool belt where we can help our property owners, help our community. It would be a great advantage to us.
While the change in state law would not impact people still rebuilding here in Noonan, neighbors tell me they don't want anyone to have to go through what they went through. In Noonan, I'm Abby Casoris.